killed that bull. We were on the spot where they always cross, and so we just kind of just set it there for the evening and get crossed.
Are they still bugling?
Yeah.
Wow.
I probably first and see where we're hitting.
Yeah.
So the 3 shots, same hole.
Yeah, same hole.
All right, so using this Remington Premier long-range ammo with the Spear impact bullet. Shoots great in this rifle. Never hunted with this stuff before, so we're going to see how it performs. But I had 2 shots basically in the same hole at 100, hit almost dead center at 320, and made a real good shot at 500. 4 shots, 4 real good hits. Off to a good start.
Dead deer. Right in the arm. Perfect.
And it's the.
And you know, like where we're hunting, especially where we're gonna hunt tomorrow. I mean, your shot literally 300 yards, and with what are you shooting? What caliber is that? So I mean, you could almost just whatever it's dialed to. If you're dialed to 200, you could do that 300 yards, and you're gonna kill it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you wouldn't even have to dial, you know. But we'll have time though, still, you know. But so like, there's a chance we kill something under 100 yards. So if that gets to the point, just pull up and hammer. Mm-hmm. But you know, like on these longer shots, you know, if like we're sitting in the evening, you know, like we did the other night, then we'll have time because we'll be able to range, you know, and then you can get dialed and stuff. And if I have to call to stop it, you know, we'll make it happen.
So, I feel comfortable shooting out to 500 yards, 550 on an animal. I don't want to go farther than that, but it's not going to be an issue.
We're not going to go further than that, no. Like most likely we're going to be closer than that. Like I said, that club bowl we had at 80 yards. You know what I mean? 8-0. You know, so yeah, it shouldn't be an issue.
Okay, so I'm out here, my first afternoon out at the R&K Ranch in Wyoming. Left home real early, traveled all day. Now it's time to get ready to hunt tomorrow morning. At the range, checking 0, and fortunately, things are off to a great start. Put 2 shots into basically the same hole at 100 yards, even with a new suppressor. I was zeroed at home with a different suppressor, put the new Bergara can on it, almost no point of impact shift. So happy with that. Hit almost dead center at 320, moved out to 500, almost dead center, and then hit the vitals of a mule deer at 550. So we're off to a real good start, and I'm real excited to get started hunting out here.
There's one.
Elk our season one way or another on that standpoint of it. The first one was very good. Everybody had opportunities. We ended up taking 13 bulls. The elk were actually less in numbers than they are now. We had a pretty good storm, stuff's moving down, and we should be getting into what is called the second estrus for some of the early cows one way or another. That should actually have some other caveats to it that'll actually be better for you as hunters one way or another on that aspect of it. So the outlook looks really bright for this week, so it's good on that aspect of it. Mr. John, you're with Brian right there. Mr. Keith, you're with Mr. Jeremy. Right over here.
That way, and then we're going west and then south. Straight south.
So you, me, and Forrest on the side by side tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
Bundle up real.
Get warm. Yeah. But we'll just walk, and I'm gonna do locator bugles to see if we get responses. There's a couple of big meadows up there that they like to feed in and stuff. And so even if they're not responding, I mean, we can catch them in those meadows coming across. So we should see some elk and boning regardless. So there's a big loop that we can do. Check into the pond that's up there.
So drive up there, walk, do a little glassing.
Yeah, we'll do some locator bugles. See if we get responses, we'll be chasing bugles.
Okay.
So I mean, as long as we find the elk, we should be able to set up on that.
Okay.
I mean, all we need is one elk, but we need the right elk.
Is that the buffalo ruddle or
August? They're a 1 month gestation period.
there's a nice crossing right here that like to cross. So that's where we'll we hear something, you know, we'll set up, and if nothing there, we'll just keep doing that as we go up.
Okay, sounds good.
Let's do it, boys.
It's go time.
That's real good. Good. That's my perfect. That way we're ready to go. It's one less thing we have to do, you know, because I mean, with elk, they don't give you a lot of time, you know what I mean? Like seconds.
Yeah.
To that meadow, and if we don't see anything, we'll just hang out a bit and see if you can. Sometimes they're moving a little bit. We'll just go around here, wrap around. We'll be on basically the back side of this. There's not but a big old, you know, giant meadow that they like to feed and cross through, you know, so.
Hopefully there'll be a herd of about 50 out there eating breakfast.
And sometimes there are, you know, like, I mean, but I say we'll get there set up, and like I'll do a couple of cow sequence, see if we can get something to come out, or, you know, some call sequences. If nothing materializes there, we'll just drop down, go up this drainage, go check out another pond, and then if nothing, we'll just loop out, you know, like, and make a plan for this evening. But like, I mean, there's tracks in here that were in the mud yesterday, so there's elk in here, we just gotta find them, you know. This time of year, they're either screaming or they're like this, you know what I mean? But all it takes is just that one. So, but that's a good spot to catch them crossing, you know, so.
All right. So, we're gonna pop up, and they're gonna be 300 yards away from us.
Yeah, 350 probably, something like that. But like, we'll pop up. Instead of popping up right on the edge, we'll kind of skirt around and get in the trees and then pop out in the glass, all that. There's a bunch of willows and stuff down in there.
All right, so it's about 8 a.m. on the first morning. We got out here right as the sun was coming up. We've walked about a mile and a half, but it is really loud out here. The ground is frozen, so every step is like walking on potato chips. It's real crunchy. After we went about a mile, we encountered, I think, about 4 elk, and it looked like one bull, a couple cows with them. And they had heard us, and they were moving off. Didn't get a good look at them. Then a short time later, we saw, I think, 3 bulls. They all looked pretty small. Once again, they all heard us, and we're moving out. So we're off to a good start. This morning, we're going to sit on this meadow for a little while, call for a little bit class, and just kind of hold tight here so we're not making a bunch of noise, and then see what happens later.
That trail, like where those elk went this morning, you know, I mean, there's a bunch of elk in here. There's way more elk in here than we're seeing in here, you know, so like, we just gotta have them, you know, cross, you know, like, maybe, you know. Like I say, we'll finish our morning, because I mean, we can still kill stuff going down. I mean,
Yeah.
the elk aren't bugling or walking through, you know, I mean, there's no sense in going in there after them because it's so stinking loud.
Yeah, I agree.
But we got a good plan for tonight.
All right.
I mean, you know, any of these spots right here could be loaded with elk, you know, like in the early morning because everything's going down to that creek. Right here, you know, we'd stop there and then walk down this road. There's a good chance that we could kill an elk right there even, you know, on a morning.
Yeah.
And we don't have to worry about walking in that crunchy stuff and busting everything out of the country. I mean, there's tracks all everywhere down there, trails going everywhere.
We ended up seeing a total of about 10 elk, maybe about 4 bulls. 2 we're pretty sure were shooters this morning. One of them was really far away, and the others were just kind of moving too fast. But all in all, pretty good morning though. Had a lot of good activity, and we'll see how things go this afternoon when it things thaw out a little bit and we can walk around without making quite so much noise. We got a good plan. We'll see how things go.
So tonight we're going to this valley where the elk like to travel through. They come from Utah and they'll come down and feed in this valley in the evenings. And it's a natural crossing for them as well. So even if they're not feeding in this valley, they should be walking through this valley at some point tonight. So that's our plan tonight. And last couple times I've been in here, 100% we've seen elk both times. So might as well go with it. And we had some, another guide say that he'd seen some bulls come down towards this way, so they should be up in the timber up here, so if they work their way through, we should be able to see them. They'll come down the drainage right here from that upper slope where that guy said he's seen them. They'll come right across this flat, come out into that, over there and back into those aspens, or they'll come out of this timber right anywhere right here, come down, or they'll even come out of that timber right there and just always come across this open. So if we see they're gonna be in that open. But like I say, I mean,
all right, so it's the afternoon of the first day. It was pretty cold this morning. Ground was frozen. We were making a lot of noise walking around. Saw some elk, didn't get a shot at anything. Went back out this afternoon. We're currently sitting over this valley. And Brian was saying that he's seen consistently elk move through this valley in the evening time. Sometimes they'll stop and feed through here. Sometimes they'll just move through. But in any case, we're going to hope to have something come up over this hill right in front of us, move down in front of us, take a shot over here. His last client shot an elk just right out in that snow in front of us. So we'll see if we get lucky with that. It's pretty warm right now. I mean, I imagine it's probably in the 50s, maybe 60 degrees. Light breeze. But the ground is thawed out and it's nice and quiet to walk and whatnot. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
that further sagebrush meadow.
I'm looking at that snow. Oh, I see him now.
Yep,
Yep.
he's right below it.
Yeah, he's moving right to left. Yeah. All right. So it was real early, first thing in the morning. We drove, parked just right over there, came out, walked. There's a big bottom, comes up the other side, and we saw about 15 elk had come out of it this morning. Looked like several bulls, a bunch of cows. And then there's at least one elk still down in these willows and aspens that's bugling, so we're trying to see if we can find him. We'll see how it goes. So you can see my left eye is all swollen and nasty. I woke up, the thing was draining, just about glued shut, had to wash it all out and everything. I can still see okay, just looks like garbage. So hopefully this thing clears up over the next couple days, but definitely an interesting part of the experience.
I think probably was a herd bull, that bull that's over there by himself, not with any other elk, he's probably one of those big herd bulls that's all by himself, you know. So I mean, we could turn him up somewhere, I'm sure. But like, I mean, I think of all these elk that were in this bottom, I mean, that last bugle sounded like it was in the timber up there, so I think they've all gotten in the timber. So let's go down to that next pullout. We'll look off of that. If we don't see any elk, we'll do our morning hunt and see if we can just kind of get lucky. I mean, they got to eventually feed in one of those 2 meadows, you know, there. And then we'll try that.
The biggest of the big bulls have moved on. You know, again, there could still be a stomper of a bull with
Yeah, but in general, on average.
In general, yeah.
So you think this one we saw way over here?
I think he was a herd bull that's just by himself now, kind of licking his wounds from the hard rut, you know, I mean,
I see.
Long season.
Keep this in the back of our mind for an evening sit, because, I mean, we could sit here in the evening, like even like just below that knob, we should be able to see this entire valley. Like from that knob to where those elk were this morning, probably like 510 yards, maybe not even 500. But I mean, there's a lot of activity coming out here. I mean, like that's beat down all over there, down over there. And obviously there's a herd there, so I mean, they're probably just gonna go right up that timber bed. The evenings they'll probably work their way down. The thing that's nice with these aspens, 0 leaves, is we'll be able to, I mean, you can see through them, you know, so we'll be able to see them coming, and so we can get set up, you know. I mean, it could be, that's just another option. I mean, that's the problem, is there's so many different options, you know, it's like, and we can only be in one spot, so let's go see if we can find something in one of those 2 meadows and just finish it.
All right, let's make a play on him.
Let's just go real quiet. I mean, look up in the buggy, they might go through that BLM chicken.
What was there, 6 bulls right there?
I think so. Actually, I think there were 7. There was one down by himself.
Yep.
Several of them are real small.
Yeah, there's a bunch of spikes.
But
yeah, there was like at least 3 or 4 spikes in there, and then 2 raghorns, and then that 5-point. And that 5-point's like, he's at the border of like, you know, the shooter. But
One thing with elk is they hate vehicles and hate people.
See how her nose up in the air sniffing?
Yeah, there's some bulls right down here in the willow. Right down here.
I got him. Which one?
The one to the left is the biggest one.
Okay, I'm on him.
Okay. Don't shoot that. He's a 4-point. Don't shoot.
Okay.
We'll wait for something bigger. He's got a nice frame, but if he had that 5th point, we'd be shooting him for sure.
Yeah, he's lucky.
Yeah, for sure. He's got a good frame for a 4-point, but he's just missing a point. We're like that wide, you know, and like all of his tines were small. He was just a raghorn. The other 4-point was like this wide. It, you know, looked like a frame of a 5-point. You know, like all of his tines were long, except his dagger. You know, that sword was, you know, big, but just nothing coming off of it. You know.
Yeah, one of those was definitely a lot bigger than the other ones.
Yeah, it's probably just a year older bull, or just better genetics, you know, but still like, you know, a young bull, you know, missing some stuff, you know, but you know, a couple of years he'll be a nice bull.
So have we seen a 6-point yet today?
Not today.
Yeah.
Nope.
All those bulls you think you saw were all 5 points or smaller?
It was hard because those ones were running through the
it was dark,
so it was tough to see those.
Yeah.
But the one that was bugling definitely was the herd bull, but that one that was by himself, I'll bet that wasn't 6-point. Because I mean, you see how big his body looked.
Yeah.
I mean, he had significantly bigger body, but.
Yeah, this was an interesting lesson this morning, and even though we didn't see anything out there immediately, quiet, you walk in, and then like they're way closer than you would think. They had no idea that we were here until we stepped out and started getting set up over here.
But again, we could have killed, if that was the right bull, we could have killed it. I mean, we could have been done today if it was the right bull. But that's the thing, is we're in our second morning of the hunt. We might as well hunt rather than, you know, I mean, you've shot a 4x4 before, you know. I mean, that was it's just a 4-point bull, you know what I mean? We want a decent 5-point. I mean, we don't even want a 5-point like this, you know what I mean? We want a decent 5-point that's a good representative of the bull we got, and then go from there. But
yeah, definitely.
bull. Shooter, he's just in the trees right now.
There's a tree in the way. We need to move.
Yeah, move your left, move your left. Right there. All right, he's just behind those trees. Just needs to take a step.
Okay.
Stay on him.
All right, safety's off.
Come on. He's turning away. Yeah, he's walking away. See if I can stop and turn him, maybe. Just went behind the pine trees. Man, that was close.
Yeah, man, jeez.
One step.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna happen.
Me too. I was waiting for the... Man, that was close. That's as close as you can get without killing one.
Yeah, definitely.
One step. So what we'll do tonight is, I feel like that bull that we just had the close encounter with, I feel like he's going to feed back out. We had that other one that was back here bugling. I feel like he's going to feed back out. I mean, they're going to want to be in this meadow feeding, and so maybe what we'll do tonight is we'll take the road above and come in above these, and we'll work our way down. We'll just hunt our way down. We'll hit that pond first, maybe hang out there for a little bit, see if anything walks through there. If nothing there, we'll go check that BLM section meadow. Nothing there, we'll loop back around and be in this meadow like pretty close to last light. We'll finish our hunt right here. And I feel like they shouldn't be coming out. So
we've seen a good number of elk in here already today,
yeah.
And none of them left that spooked.
No, this one just walked away. I mean, literally, his life got saved by a tree.
Yeah.
One step. But
yeah, so we'll make a loop through all this nice elk country and see if we get a little bit luckier tonight.
All we need is this much.
Yeah, we're getting closer and closer every time.
Absolutely.
I don't think we can get any closer without it.
I mean, we've had 3 close calls this morning alone. So
yeah.
I mean, the closer you get, it's just eventually I wonder it'll be like that. So
there we go.
That was a great morning.
Yeah, maybe tonight's going to happen.
Absolutely.
So we went out to a new place this afternoon where they saw a bunch of elk this morning. We got out here, parked, and we immediately saw about 5 elk right on the other side of a canyon. So we're trying to make a plan and see what we need to do about it. So there's a big group of elk all the way up on the other side of this canyon from us, and they're slowly moving up into the thick timber up there. Normally, right around dark, they'll come down out of that, cross this canyon, go up on the other side. There's a nice knob for us to come sit on over here, right in the middle of the action where they normally are coming right through there. So hopefully we'll be able to get set up there, and then we'll have elk coming right by us this evening and get a nice shot at a good one.
Then we'll just watch this entire range. Like I say, if we need to move back up that hill to get back on the ridge to go up the head, we'll do that. Oh yeah. So that where we have a vantage point to make get a shot, you know. So this is right in line where they went when they crossed. Right, cool. You know, and usually when those bulls get up, yeah, I mean, you know as well as I do, but like they'll start bugling and stuff, so we'll be able to know where to get in position. But you know, if we're all here glassing all of this country and you just glass that one spot, that'd be perfect. All right, cool. All right, sounds good. All right, sounds good. and we'll just pick all this apart. Like, we'll watch all this stuff, all that.
Okay, so we're set up on the side of this canyon just like we planned on it, and got nice clear field of view, nice clear shooting lanes out to about 300-400 yards on the other side where we saw the elk disappear into the timber earlier. We've been sitting here maybe 10 minutes and we already heard a bull elk rip off the bugle. So that's indicative of them starting to wake up, finish with their bedding, and start getting ready to move back down this way for their evening meal. So we'll see how it goes.
So we got a bull bugling just right here on the other side of this creek. He's bugled like 4 or 5 times. We got another bull that's straight behind us, about 1,000 yards. They're both, I mean, this one behind us is a definite shooter. This one up here sounds pretty good, so we're gonna see if this one gets up and works his way down to the creek. This one behind us is actually working his way towards us, so hopefully something will happen where we get a shot at one of these 2 bulls. Okay, I got him. Near range.
He's down.
That was awesome, dude.
Oh, man.
He couldn't take it, dude. He couldn't take it.
Whew.
That's the way we do it.
Man, we had to thread the needle with that one. My
Yeah, dude. Like, yeah.
that
That was perfect. He's a great bull.
I'm glad
Your
I
brother.
didn't give in to the temptation and shoot that other one.
All 5 of us, man. You know, all 5 of us had contributed to this, man, for
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, you spotting them, you pointing me into the right spot and give me the range and all that stuff, and then you just
Sucking
coaxing
him out a
them
little
back.
bit. Yeah. I mean, all those other elk are way over there, and he just happened to.
Man, this was a great hunt. This was
Yeah.
an awesome, awesome hunt. I had so much fun. And it has a great ending too. Jeez.
Well, I mean, we were with this bull just today. We set up in range of 4 bulls
yeah.
just today. So, obviously, this is the biggest one that we've had in range, and you smoked him.
That was, man, I threaded the needle between a bunch of limbs and stuff. Like,
Oh, I mean, look around. I mean, your shooting windows are very small, and you had the right shooting window
jeez, man.
and just hammered him.
He did not go far at all.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
Jeez.
Total 5 yards up and around and
And
crashed.
then fell back down because he was standing right here when we shot him,
Yeah.
right? Man, he had just instant blood.
He's dead right at the point where he was hit. So.
Well, this has been an awesome hunt, and I cannot thank you enough for everything that you've
Hey,
done, man.
thank you, man. It was a
so
pleasure.
much fun.
Absolutely.
If there was going to be a bullet, that's where it would be.
It's looking like that bullet didn't leave the body cavity.
Yeah, if it. Just gonna keep going until it comes.
I got it mostly loose right here, so should be close.
Man, it's a hell of a back strap,
Well, it's got
man.
some neck meat in there too, but.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. And there we go.
That was awesome, man. You gotta love it when a plan comes together. Got in here, seen a pile of elk. First, we heard them bugle, like I was saying. We're gonna hear them before we see them, you know. We know right where to go. Carson actually spotted a pretty nice bull up the drainage, and we were actually going to make a move on that, and then we heard that bull bugle, and the other bull kind of disappeared on us for a minute. And so we said, hey, we might as well just set up for this one. And that was the right call. Before long, cows started filtering out everywhere, and this bull kept bugling, and all of his cows came into range and gave us great opportunities, but he never did. He stayed up top. And then when all of his cows got away and they got way up high, we were able to call this bull down, and he came down and gave John one opportunity, and that's all he needed. He had a tight window, but here it is. I mean, obviously the shot was perfect. Lungs and the heart blew it out. So
Yeah, this was an awesome day of hunting. We had some close calls this morning, and we said after one of them, like, it was so close we almost pulled it off, but I have a feeling that something better is going to happen this afternoon, or something better did happen this afternoon. It would have been really cool to shoot that elk this morning, but this was even better. It's a nicer bull, really cool circumstances, having it all come together like that. Because, I mean, we watched these elk for like an hour after they all started coming out. Yeah, like they were out for a long time. And he just never gave me a clear shot. And then Brian was able to call him. And it was almost like a textbook deal you hear about with, calling, bugling and cow calling and all of this. And it coaxed him out just far enough into just a narrow window where I was able to thread the needle and hit him. And I shot, it was about 330 yards, thereabouts. I could see blood through the scope as I came back down out of recoil. And before I could get back on him to shoot again, he basically just went in a little circle, just a couple of yards, and fell almost exactly where I shot him. And then we just had not a super long pack out, but it was a heavy pack out, and it was a steep pack out. But it's all done now. We're back at the buggy, and now it's just time to celebrate.
Embrace the suck. We definitely embrace the suck.
Right.
And a huge thanks to Carson and Finney and everybody. Got it knocked out.
Man, it was all five of us. Took all five of us.
Good job, fellas.
For sure, all five of us.
That's fun.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Let's go get some dinner.
Sounds good.
What time is it, man?